Well, okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Well, nice to finally meet you. We can jump right in. You have that kind of energy.
Oh, very. I'm full of energy. I'm ready.
Yes, yes. You are definitely a very engaged artist. You make work about social issues, you write, you curate, and you run programs for artists. I'm interested in how you became an artist activist. So, can you start with a little bit about your background and what your activism arose from?
Okay. I joined various film collectives, as you know well. So Agitate 21C.
Yes.
During my years so academy, I used mixed media to support the mostly collective film collective as activists. So mixed media has for so my word net art, programming language, and digital communication. Oh, I meet Angelina Boscopoli. I meet her through the collaborating for family about our portrait video about her,
Mm-hmm.
her cinematic production. I started activism during my COVID times to support all artists during COVID times to join all feelings, art feelings.
Yes.
Uh, my first production, film production, is it's been this is sci-fi film. This is not sci-fi film. A documentary about three artists live live in their own city during COVID times with Jason Alprin and Finn Arbor.
Huh.
Understand? Okay. I'm
Yeah.
talking well. Okay. Well,
Don't be shy, because if my Italian was better, we could do this in Italian, but my Italian is not as good as your English.
I hope my English is good.
Yeah.
Are you Italian? Okay. Well,
So, oh, what was my question?
about you should talk about your my inspiration.
I thought about, oh, I know what it is. My husband also is a collage artist and does a lot of mixed media, and there seems to be a lot of mixed media, collage, multimedia that is political. Do you think that that maybe artists who work with more than one medium at a time, or artists that express ideas using a lot of different parts or pieces, do you think maybe mixed media, collage, multimedia are more conducive to artistic political expression?
Okay, so this is one of my favorite questions. Okay, the avant-gardes are excluded by large production.
Mm-hmm.
They are excluded. So like my characters, my main characters, so my sci-fi film production,
Uh-huh.
excluded like a negative film. It's a metaphor.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
love talking metaphor
Yeah. Okay.
to make more easy my speech about. Okay, uh, And with this documentary we are making now for Volkswagen, I want to talk about this. We are excluded as a negative film, and we are excluded by mostly large production. I want to support the world through to net talk communication, digital communication. This is mine.
Cool.
You like?
Yeah.
Issue.
So that question goes kind of naturally into the next, because you've made references to the historical avant-garde. Every artist has a handful of other artists that they look to for inspiration and guidance. Is there a particular artist or filmmaker that inspired you to pursue your career?
So wait just a moment, because I have a list to remember all the names. But I will say just some of them.
Okay.
Because there are so much. Okay.
Great.
Allora, the first one, artist about the poor art, one of the master of poor art, arte povera, Pino Pasquale, Michelangelo Pistoletto is a film director from Calabria. Paolo Gioli, Oscar winner Gianfranco Rosi, and Roberto Minervini. His Italian-American directors has worked in American about Black Lives Matter, all social problem about USA. Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Do you have I don't want to say one specific message, but is there one really strong theme in your work? In other words, what does your work aim to say? Can you speak more about that specifically? And how does your work comment on current social or political issues?
Okay, so I can talk well in English about the political social. Maybe we can change the question. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I have to tell you the truth. I started learning Italian on Facebook, reading Enrico Tomaselli's. He used to write these long essays. I don't think he does as much anymore, but he wrote these long essays about Italian politics. And it was so interesting that that's how I started to learn Italian, because it's so complicated. It's just so complicated, so many different points of view. So maybe we can frame it that way.
I want to remind one of the master, Italian-American director, Aldo Tambellini. Aldo Tambellini to talk about the Italian situation, the fascism, the political use. Yeah.
So
silence.
It's we call that a hot potato. You can't hold it in any one position too long or everything burns. So let's see. Oh, okay. I've been really curious about this because you have so much energy, all the things that you're involved in, what your work experience is, and what your creative process is, and what your practice is like in studio. I mean, actually making work.
Okay, my dream is to found a new Italian cinematic. As with this, I want to get new, more free international relationship, no without constraints.
Right.
We are all free, the freedom. I want to promote the freedom. The PVH, founded by me as Pasquale Palladino, Angelina Voskopoulou, and Matt E.T. Helm. We work on the concept of net anthropology. It's called electronic neorealism.
Say that again.
It's electronic or technologic neorealism.
Huh. That's
okay. It's complicated to explain, but I will try to explain. Okay.
Okay.
I worked as assistant director, so for Apulia Film Commission with Otwin Bernat and others directors, others little productions, so as web series, short movies, long movies. Okay, I collaborated and I still collaborating now with VastLab, here and there, HCE, the Los Angeles TV, and we Open Space from Vienna, Australian Organization of Great Utah Prior.
Right.
Utah, I don't know. Utah Prior, okay. This is it.
So, what that kind of goes into the next question. What exhibitions are you working on, both either as a curator or as making art yourself? And are there any exhibitions that you've participated in recently that you could tell us about?
Okay, you're talking about my new exhibition, my last exhibition.
Any exhibition that you're getting ready for now, or any exhibition that you've done recently or that you are about to mount?
Okay, usually I prefer to talk about activism, about me.
Okay.
Because for me, the collective exhibition is a good thing for me.
Is a what?
The idea, the collective concept is one of the most concepts that makes me good. Makes me good.
Okay.
The community idea, etc.
Okay. You know, I had a recent correspondence with they're a group of artists in India, a group of probably people maybe just around college age, maybe a little past college age, and they used a term that I had never heard before: decolonization of art. Have you heard that? They're talking about that in reference to collecting, in reference to art and film festivals, and particularly in reference to galleries and the art market. And so I thought that the decolonization of art might ring a bell, particularly for you.
Oh, thank you.
Do you have any reaction to that?
Okay, my reaction. Okay. Oh, no words. Okay. My reaction is this. I don't words.
You like that idea, I would think.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for me, the collections by PVH are like so much happening performance.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's more important to the backstage as a relationship life than the final product. You're right?
Yeah, I hear that. I'm kind of surprised.
Hi.
I'm surprised because you're so enthusiastic and you're so energetic and so upbeat that you're in well, this isn't exactly in person, but you know, I mean, we are face to face more or less. You're more reserved than I expected. And and you seem extremely mentally organized.
Right.
Is that a fair statement?
Yes, yes. I agree.
Like it's a prejudice of old people that that we're surprised when young people are just so focused.
But
Focused.
The art, the freedom, the art has not age.
No,
the age
that's true.
is not important.
That's definitely true, and making it definitely keeps you young. Definitely.
Okay.
The brain and the body young. So everybody should be an artist. They would be younger.
I don't speak.
So this is another one I've been waiting to get your. I was eager to hear your answer to this question. You know, in our chats, our PVH team chats, we talk about work-life balance. And how do you sustain your creative life when you're juggling your passion projects, you're juggling job projects, and you've also mentioned family, that you have family obligations also, and you've talked about balancing all of that. How do you do it? It's a problem it's a problem for everybody, but I think particularly for artists who are, you know, trying to be engaged.
Okay. Now, actually, I live in Rome. I live in Rome.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and my life is divided in two sides, in two parts. So I did all kinds of work,
Mm-hmm.
kinds of work. And in part time, it's like you know about me, the NetTop project, documentary,
Mm-hmm.
etc., etc. I forgot to say about one thing about my MC Vitagen, my work production, because MC Vitagen wants to introduce the negative film into film industries. Okay. So for me, the freedom, the idea, the old community, and the friendship are happening performance. I live as like an happening performance. This is my life.
So it's all integrated and interconnected.
Exactly.
When I was in day job, I felt like I had to have a job that was very different from being an artist. And I wound up working in the law. I'm extremely introverted, but the law firm that I worked for represented people who had been injured car accidents, bicycle accidents. We had 125 clients who had been injured because of breast implants, silicone breast implants. And it's very interesting, all the writing that I had to do in my particular job. I had to write letters, I had to write briefs, I had to write summaries of medical records. And even though I never make art about it, all of the energy that I got from all of those people that I dealt with all the time, I know I'm still benefiting from that. Even though I would have preferred to make art all day, but that just wasn't possible. But I think because I had to get something back, even though the law wasn't my passion. And I feel like I did, and it was because of all the interaction and sort of like what you're describing, but I never thought about it that way before, where the one thing feeds the other thing.
Yeah.
And it's only now, I've been retired for 6 years, it's only now that I realize how much that job fed me. It did. It fed my brain. It fed my outlook on life. I'm sure it opened my mind quite a lot. And it's like you already know how to do that for yourself. And I really admire that.
This is you say, so represents one of the most concepts of PVH, the lifestyle of PVH. So we make art not for us, but for the world.
Right. So, I asked you to choose sort of an extra topic that I'm only going to ask you what your extra topic is. You've already told me that you have a lot to say about beauty. So can you talk about beauty and what it means to you, how you feel about it as a person and an artist?
Okay, it's complicated because my beauty concept is so similar to neorealism concept. Okay. What? Okay, I will talk very slowly. Okay. What is ugly to others is exciting for me. Okay.
An example.
Okay, because I'm working, one of my upcoming project is about a trilogy of 3 anarchy rave tales movie, erotic tales movie. Each film is a phase of life, represents a single phase of life, puberty, the growing, and the nostalgia. But this is just an upcoming project for now.
So how are you doing storyboards? Are you writing
Storyboard, yeah.
Like a script?
Storyboard, imagine sonography, feelings. By the work, I like to work no in a free mode,
Improvise.
Yes, improvise, exactly. Improvise.
Yeah.
I love to improvise.
Is there a central character? Is there is there one character, or is there a central character for each in each part of the trilogy?
Yes, because it's just an upcoming project. I don't have a still idea about how the character is going to be.
That will be improvised also.
I would like to imagine this trilogy as a documentary.
Ah, okay.
Yes, it's a documentary to, it's a one or only more to improvise, to put practice improvise.
Well, this is pretty interesting. When do you think you'll be starting to show it, starting to share it, or when will this come to life?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I don't understand. I'm sorry.
Is there anything else that you would like to talk about, or to summarize?
Okay, my life. Okay. How I said before, yes. Okay, I see the life as a performance. I live as a performer. The friendship, the community, to making community, friendship, relationship. I love to feel myself as a free being.
Mm-hmm.
This is my life. This is.
Yes. Well, this has been a real pleasure
For me.
to talk to you. Let me see if I can remember how to say that in Italian. Mi piace de mi you know, mi piace di parlare.
Mi piace parlare. Brava.
Ah,
Brava.
grazie.
Grazie a te. Grazie mille.
Yes. And I hope I will talk to you again sometime.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
I'm
Ciao.
sure I'm here.
Okay.
Okay. It's been a pleasure, Sylvia.
Me too. Thank you.
Thank you. See you next time.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.